where?
On one of the ends.
That would not make the math
Can
too
we
much
repeat
simpler.
it? So the, I don't, what is it
Axis of
called?
rotation.
Is that one of the forces of the going up?
If we had chosen our axis of rotation to be here or here, we would have eliminated that unknown from our torque equation down here. And so we could have just solved straight up for one of them. We didn't have to solve a system of equations like that. So typically you want to pick some place where there's an unknown so that we eliminate that from the equation here. But you'll get the same answer. Jay. Jay. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. All right. Questions? All this is well and good. Equilibrium equal to 0. Yeah. Let's make it harder. I have a not ideal pulley. The radius of the pulley is 5 meters. It's huge. The mass of the pulley is, we'll make it 10 kilograms. Let's make this 30 kilograms and this 40 kilograms. What is the acceleration of the 30 and 40 kilogram mass? It's not ideal. There is friction between the pulley and the rope, so the pulley will turn. We will still offer the conceit that there's no slipping at all. So we got this rotation going on perfectly. We go about this the exact same way that we've been solving problems, the Sod's method. I've got the 30 kilogram mass here, I've got the 40 here, I've got a wheel, I've got a rope. Force diagram. Still F-tom.
Wait.
Good. So I got my weight 30 and my weight 40, and then weight of pulley, and then I've got weights acting on. Okay?
Is the rope massless?
Rope is massless.
Tension.
All right? I have tension acting here and here, so we'll just FT3, FT3. I got tension here, FT3, and a tension here, FT3. Over here, FT4, 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 FT4. So unlike what we were dealing with before, the rope is exerting, there is an interaction between the wheel and the rope, which changes the tension on both sides. So tension, there's no other gravitational.
Because you said it's a non, it's like a realistic pulley. Does it have friction
Oh,
or non-ideal pulley?
we assume no friction here, but there is friction between the rope and the pulley so that the wheel does turn. But there's no slipping. So the fact that there's no slipping simplifies matters. We're not really going to worry about the friction between the rope and the pulley other than acknowledging it causes the pulley to turn. Because I didn't actually draw the rope here, that rope and the pulley are basically together at that point, the friction would be considered an internal force. And therefore we're not going to worry about it.
And because the rope
There is still, because this is pulling down on it, so even if the rope is massless, this is still causing something. So there is a normal force acting up. Now, we don't know what's holding it up, but there's something holding it up.
Is it safe to assume the normal force acting up on the pulley is the combination of the tension forces, or the weight forces acting down?
Not completely, it would be equal to that weight and those tensions. But those tensions are not equal to those weights, because this thing will accelerate. All right. Which side is gonna go down?
The right side.
Okay, so that's gonna accelerate down that way. So this will accelerate that way. It's still a stretchless rope, so this 40 is not gonna move while 30 is not moving, so they'll move together. Which way is the wheel going to accelerate?
Out of the board?
So the wheel's gonna accelerate, go around like that, and rotate this way
Oh.
into the board. All right, so this will have angular acceleration into the board. All right, we don't need to break up anything. So let's set up our equations of motion. We will have two equations, actually, sorry, we'll have three equations of motion that we care about here. We could come up with a fourth equation if we just wanted to. But we have Ft3 minus W3 is equal to mass, the 30 times acceleration. On the right-hand side over there, so we have the weight W4 minus Ft4 is equal to M4A. And now the pulley, we have two torques acting on it. There is a natural pivot point right smack dab in the middle, so these will exert no torque whatsoever. These will exert a torque. Tension 4 will exert a torque that is clockwise into the board. This will exert it in the other direction. But let's establish that as positive into the board. So we end up with Ft4, radius of the pulley Ft4 minus radius of the pulley Ft3 is equal to the moment of inertia of the pulley times the angular acceleration of the pulley. We have an external formula for weight. We have, which would basically get us down, reduce the number of equations we have, but we still need some relationship between A and alpha. Just like B is equal to omega R, A is equal to alpha R. And the moment of inertia, potentially we'll talk about tomorrow, but there's definitely videos on what that is. And I think we will have to leave it there. Yes. Oh, pending test back. Make sure there. When did you want to do that multiple choice test?
Next week.
Okay.
Next week, a lot.
Yep. We'll do it Tuesday.
Is
Okay.
it gonna take the whole class?
No. Take about 45 minutes.
That's two things, that's like that.
Yeah, the one Tuesday is multiple choice. You've taken the test already.
We took the first day?
It is the same one. Hubert, did you?
No.
Nope. Okay. I can give it to you tomorrow if you want.
That's not important.
So there's no test on momentum and angular.
No, the final test will be on whatever we have covered since the last test. Oh, and before I flash